Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Warning: this video may contain spoilers for the 2024 animated series Creature Commandos, created by James Gunn. It may also include discussions and images related to sensitive subjects such as sex, violence, and drug use. If you choose to continue watching, you are accepting responsibility for that decision. Thank you, and please have a great day.
Hello and welcome to this video. I hope everyone is doing alright, hope everyone is having fun, and I hope the universe is treating you fairly. Today's video we are going to be talking about Creature Commandos. At time of filming, the final episode of Season 1 for Creature Commandos aired yesterday, the 9th of January 2025. So yeah, this series gave James Gunn some points with me. Very well done series, very good story. His ability to write for a team dynamic is awesome. That's one of the reasons why I am still perplexed why he canceled Doom Patrol, because that just seems like to me that would be right up his alley, unless he plans on bringing them back either in an animated or a new series. And if he does a new series, I'd love him to do it kind of as a soft reboot continuation of the original Doom Patrol series. But we aren't here to talk about Doom Patrol. We're here to talk about Creature Commandos. First of all, I've got to say that he did an excellent job of picking out the right music for this series. I'm trying to look up the soundtrack. I know Dresden Dolls, some of their music made it. It's just a very Gen X soundtrack, I guess you would call it. Even though I think most of the music groups the members are either really young Gen X or the really late Gen X kids or millennials. Though it is some fantastic music. Let me see if I can find it. See what I could find. Groups like Firewater, the Urban Voodoo Machine, and others. Just an awesome soundtrack. He picked the right songs and the right parts of the songs to go with what was going on in the action on screen while you're watching it. This is animated, and it is a very adult animation. The only thing that I can take issue with is in episode 2, the necrophilia between Victor Frankenstein and the bride. We didn't need to see that. That's my opinion. There's other people out there that might like it. For me, necrophilia, even animated necrophilia, is kind of a bridge too far. Not really. I say that like it killed me on the series, but it didn't. It was one of those things where I went, we really didn't. Did we really need to see a reanimated corpse nipple on a woman? But I gladly watch the Reanimator from the 80s, excuse me, which is along a lot of the same lines. In fact, you have a disembodied head that gives cunnilingus to a woman. But I think because, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a hypocrite. I don't know. Maybe because it's animated or I'm older. I don't know. It's just the weird sex stuff in Reanimator is nostalgic, gross. I don't know. But like I said, don't take me being kind of grossed out by it as any kind of knock against the entire show. Even From Beyond, that has some weird connotations to it. But I guess now that I've said it out loud, the Victor Frankenstein and the bride having sex is probably not as weird as it seems. It has been renewed for a second season, or that's the rumor going around the internet right now. This is very much a black comedy. This series starred a really great cast. Indra Verma plays the bride. I hope I am pronouncing that right. I probably not. It's spelled Indiravarma. She does a wonderful job. She was in the Penguin. She plays Sal Maroni's wife in the Penguin. And I know she's been some other things that I've seen. I can't pull the name of the particular shows and stuff out of my ass right now. Sean Gunn, who's probably one of James Gunn's go-to, I need somebody fast, let me get my brother to do it, person. Alan Tudyk. I mean, who doesn't like Alan Tudyk? I mean, he is one of the reasons why I gave the original Doom Patrol series a chance, because I like Alan Tudyk. I liked him in Rogue One and other things. Firefly. Zoe Chow, David Harbour, Frank Grillo, just great. Other than the music, the song, the lyricized songs and stuff, the music from other groups that Gunn used very, very well, very apropos, fitting. He did get orchestral type music written. Kevin Kiner did a lot of it, and Clint Mansell. I know Kevin Kiner did a lot on the Star Wars animated stuff, the Star Wars Rebels, Star Wars Clone Wars, even some of the live action Star Wars stuff. Kevin Kiner did stuff for. So, not a slouch. In fact, he's one of those ones that grew up musically. I say grew up musically under the influences of the John Williams out in the world. So yeah, it's wonderful. There's the opening. The opening title I can't pronounce. So at some point I will probably flash it up here. The name of it, probably put it on a card and insert it as a graphic, but that is a really cool song. The story we follow our team. We have the bride, Frankenstein's bride, who is all the characters in this series are actually DC or DC. They're not A-list characters. They're B-list. B-list with the potential of being A-list. And that's one thing Gunn is good at, is taking B, C, and D list comic book characters and making them A-list. Look what he did for Guardians of the Galaxy. We have, like I said, the bride. Then we have G.I. Robot, voiced by Sean Gunn. And G.I. Robot. Well, let's go back to the bride. The bride is Bride of Frankenstein. In the DC universe, Frankenstein's monster has a name. His name is Eric Frankenstein. He's voiced by David Harbour. And the bride is the Bride of Frankenstein. And we have yet to get a name on her, other than the bride. Eric Frankenstein is one of those guys that doesn't understand what the word no means. Eric Frankenstein is that guy. Then we have G.I. Robot. G.I. Robot was created to fight Nazis. He showed up originally in like 1950s comics. He was kind of a propaganda type character. And he's just does what his program tells him to do. And it led to some really awkward things. Then we have Weasel. Weasel is a rodent, human, whatever. Kind of like Gonzo in the Muppets. He's been compared to the Tasmanian Devil from Looney Tunes. His backstory is just wonderful. He's got a wonderful, wonderful backstory. And humanizes him. Weasel, like I said, I think Weasel's like a C-list character. C-list. And because being C-list and me being a big Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, the Holy Trinity of DC reader, he didn't pop up very often. And when he did, it was usually taken care of rather quickly. And so growing up reading comics, it was like Weasel, Then when James Gunn did The Suicide Squad, I was like, yeah. He jumps out of the airplane, he drowns, he makes it sure and lives. The extent of his performance. So I was just kind of meh. I was like, eh. Then when this series came along, I'm like, you know what? Let's see what they're going to do with Weasel. Let's see if they're going to take him out in the first 5 seconds like they did, in the original movie, or in not the original movie, James Gunn's movie, I should say. But they did. Of all the characters, he's the one I'm the most sympathetic toward. Then we have Dr. Phosphorus. Alan Tudyk voices him. And Alan Tudyk also voices Clayface. And Clayface makes a not really an appearance, but a little bit more than a cameo type thing in the series. So, and basically he's a scientist that was turned into a radioactive critter that could, intense or lower his, how much how much he radiates. And he is probably, of all the characters in this, he is probably the most, I don't know, powerful, I guess. Maybe him and the bride. Yeah, the bride is pretty tough. Except maybe I think Phosphorus may be a little bit more. We have Nina Mazursky, voiced by Zoe Chow. Her only crime is being different. She winds up in prison simply because she's different. And that's kind of sad. It's like G.I. Robot. The only reason why he's in prison is because he followed his kill Nazis programming and obliterated a whole bunch of Nazis at a Nazi rally in the heartland of America. So, and her, I was kind of rooting for her, and I shouldn't have been. Spoiler, in case you didn't pay attention to the spoilers at the beginning of the video, she dies, and it hits you right here, people. Just boom. Then we have Eric Frankenstein, voiced by David Harbour. As I said, Frankenstein, Eric, is that guy that doesn't know what the word no means. Anyone who's dated, been out in the dating scene, has had a person that just kept bugging them and bother them and just wouldn't leave them alone, that you've got to the point where you've had to involve law enforcement. That's Eric Frankenstein. He's that guy. Stalker is an understatement. Very, very much an understatement. Like I said, this is a well-received, well-done, well-written, solid storytelling. Though there is a scene, once again, in case you haven't processed the spoiler warning from the beginning of the video, at the near the end of the very last episode of season 1, the bride is with the antagonist who had killed Nina, and the bride's like, "You're this insane, power-hungry bitch, blah this, blah that. But the reason why I'm killing you is not for all this shit. I can kind of group being a bad guy or a monster myself. I kind of go with that. But you killed my best friend, so you get to die now." And that is a straight-up Gen X move. you let shit go and you let shit go. Then somebody fucks up and makes that shit personal, and it's all over. Like I said, if you like good storytelling, you like good animation, this is a series worth watching, worth catching. To break it down episode by episode, I could probably do a 45-minute video on each. I could probably make this video an hour easy. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here, and I'm thinking about maybe doing a episode by episode breakdown. I don't know. I don't really like getting into those. I have found, but like when I did my Dune, when I did all the different iterations of on-screen Dune and a couple other things like that, the Alien movies and what have you, as much as I enjoy it and much as I like it, sometimes it gets to be a labor. But with everything that happened at the end of December, it may be just what I need to get myself back into the rhythm, because right now it's just real easy for me to go, I just don't feel like it. And where before Christmas, it's like, yeah, I can do that. I go out, knock 2 or 3 videos out, blah, and go. And just that last week of December just took a lot out of me. So, like I said 20 minutes ago, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here. So, remember, everyone, be a good human. Be good to other humans. Peace.
Hey, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?